Hello everyone! Today's recipe I cannot wait to share with you because it is a gorgeous curry. Restaurant style Methi Malai Matar. The gravy is so rich and so delicious. It's made of cashew nuts and heavy cream, and you add methi leaves to that mix. It just takes it to the next level. So let's quickly get started. But wait, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to press that subscribe button because these exciting recipes are waiting to come to you. And if you like written recipes, I have a blog called noopursindiankitchen.com where you can find written recipes of everything that I post. Okay, now let's get started.
So we'll start by prepping the methi leaves. Take a big bowl, add 3 cups of water, a tablespoon of salt, stir to dissolve the salt and add 3 cups of fresh methi leaves. We are going to soak this for approximately 30 minutes.
So the reason why we soak the methi leaves in salt water is to remove any bitterness from the methi leaves. You can also blanch it if you like. But I'll tell you one thing. The amount of cashew nuts and heavy cream that goes in this recipe, that will actually mask the bitterness of the methi leaves, so you don't really need to do this step. What I do is I taste the raw leaf a little, and if it's not very bitter, I skip this step. You can decide what you want to do.
Next, we'll boil the green peas. For this, take a cup of water to which add a cup of fresh green peas, and we'll simply stick it in the microwave for 3 to 4 minutes till it turns soft.
So if you don't have a microwave oven, you can totally just boil it on your gas stove for 3 to 5 minutes and it should give you the same result. But if you're using frozen peas, those are already blanched, so you don't have to boil those. You can just thaw it and add it directly into your curry.
Okay, this is hot out of the microwave and I'm going to check if the green peas are cooked. We don't want to make it very soft, just like 70% cooked should do. That looks good. Hey, if you want to preserve the green color of the peas, just take some cold water and drop the peas in. Now set that aside and let's prep our gravy base. For this, set a pan on medium heat and add 1 tablespoon of oil. Add 1 medium-sized onion, roughly chopped, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, 1-inch piece of ginger, everything roughly chopped, 15 cashew nuts, 3 to 4 green chillies or less, 3 pieces of green cardamom, 4 to 5 pieces of clove, a 1-inch cinnamon stick, and give that a stir for approximately 1 minute. We're not going to brown the onions, it's just a quick stir. Next, we'll add in 1 small tomato, just a small tomato. This gravy is not very tomato rich. Next, we are going to give a splash of water, turn down the heat and place the lid on and let it cook for approximately 3 minutes. The splash of water is going to create some steam which is going to help the onions soften as well as the tomatoes are going to get nice and mushy. Okay, looks like the tomatoes have turned nice and soft. Next, we are going to add all of this into a blender jar. This is going to form the base for our gravy, but we are going to let this cool down before blending it. So our methi leaves have been soaking for a good 30 minutes now, so let's take it out of the water and chop it fine. And I chop it using scissors.
Yeah, I know I'm lazy. I use the scissors to do this. It does not give the cleanest cut, but who cares, right? We are going to saute this and nobody is going to see if your cut is clean or not. So I use the scissors to do this.
Okay, now it's time to fry the methi leaves. So I'm just cleaning up the same pan, adding a tablespoon of oil, and to this we are going to add the methi leaves that we chopped up. We are going to stir fry this for approximately 5 minutes. Once the water has dried up and the methi leaves turn a darker green in color and they kind of bunch up into a lump like that, you know that it's ready. So we'll take that out and set it aside. Also, make a smooth paste of the tomatoes and onions in your blender because that should have cooled down by now. Okay, enough of prepping. Let's get the curry started. To the same pan, add approximately 2 tablespoons of oil and a quarter teaspoon of cumin seeds. We will also add 1 black cardamom, only one, but that gives a wonderful flavor. Once the cumin seeds start to splutter, we will add in the onion, tomato and cashew paste. I'm rinsing it out with a little bit of water. As you keep stir frying this paste, you'll see that it starts to get thicker and thicker, and slowly it starts to get really nice and glossy. Can you see that? That's because the cashew nuts are starting to release oils. At this point, we are going to add a quarter teaspoon of turmeric.
Some restaurants serve Methi Malai Matar as a completely white gravy, and some serve it as a light yellow one, the way I'm showing you. But if you want the white gravy, don't add turmeric powder.
Next, we'll add 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, a quarter teaspoon of cumin powder, and half a teaspoon of red chilli powder.
Again, if you want the white gravy, don't add red chili powder. You can add white pepper instead, or just add some slit green chilies. That should work.
We are going to stir fry this for approximately a minute. You'll see that the gravy glides on the surface of the pan. That means that the paste is perfectly fried and the cashews have released all their oil. Perfect. At this point, turn off the heat and add in the boiled peas as well as the fried methi leaves. We will give that a good stir, and at this point you have 2 options.
You can either use milk or you can use water. If you use milk, the gravy is going to be a lot more richer and thicker. If you add water, it's going to be a little more lighter, but to get to the same creamy consistency, you can add a little more heavy cream in the end. You must be wondering, if I add milk to this, it's going to split and curdle? Don't worry. Milk splits only when the curry is really acidic, but there's not too much acid in this curry. We just added 1 small tomato and there's a lot of cashew nuts which is masking a lot of the acidity, so the milk is not going to split. And also, when you turn off the heat and add the milk a little by little, it's not going to split.
So we are going to add 1 cup of milk, and we are going to start by adding a little bit at a time so it easily blends in with the paste. Once the gravy comes to a nice smooth consistency, you can add in the rest of the milk. So I added 2 half cups. In total, I added 1 whole cup of milk. Our gravy is starting to look so smooth and so rich already. Okay, at this point, we'll turn back the heat to medium, and we're going to place the lid on and let this simmer for approximately 2 minutes. Hey, if you guys are enjoying this recipe, give me a thumbs up. Okay, it's been 2 minutes now, and how beautiful does that look? The oil has surfaced, that means the gravy has cooked beautifully. Let's give that a stir, and next we are going to add in half a teaspoon of garam masala powder. Next, we are going to crush some dried Kasuri methi and add that in. You must be wondering, there's so much methi in this curry, why are we adding Kasuri methi?
Kasuri methi is just going to awaken the flavor of the methi leaves. I'm telling you, add it.
Okay, let's give that a quick stir, and now it's time to taste this beautiful gravy. Let's add salt to taste, and to make it even richer, we are adding a quarter cup of heavy cream. This is a very rich curry, guys, but it is so tasty that once in a while you got to treat yourself to this. We are going to place the lid on for just a minute till some of the cream melts and forms a surface of oil on top like that. Oh my god, this is so mouth-watering. So we are almost done. Let's garnish with coriander leaves, and your beautiful, flavorful Methi Malai Matar is ready.
Isn't this a beautiful looking curry, guys? You can eat it with roti, chapati, rice. You know what I would eat it with? Tandoori roti or naan. That would be the best. Even jeera rice or pulao, actually anything. It's just beautiful. You should try this. So alright my friends, that's all for today. If you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Hey, if you want more winter recipes like gobi Manchurian, palak chicken, I recently posted them, so do check those out. I'm on all these different social media sites, so if you're on any one of those, I'd be so happy if you would follow me. If you like written recipes, I have a blog that's called nupursindiankitchen.com, so do visit that as well. So alright my friends, see you next week with another exciting recipe. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe.